Hello, I'm Jade, and welcome to La Quinta Book Fest Revisited. Since we were unable to host BookFest 2021 here at the library, we thought we'd reconnect with previous panelists to see what they've been up to and talk about their latest projects. I spoke with romance author Tessa Dare, and we talked about the upcoming book in her Girl Meets Duke series, her Brazilian fans, and fangirled over the Bridgerton TV series. So get comfy and enjoy this segment of BookFest Revisited. All right, so Tessa, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good, as well as we can nowadays.
I know, right? In adjusted terms, pandemic adjusted terms.
Yes.
We're all hanging in there best we can. So
Yeah. What have you been reading or watching lately?
Well, I've been watching what, the rest of the world has been watching, which is Bridgerton.
Yes.
Probably on my fourth viewing of some parts.
That's awesome.
Kind of can't get enough, and gone back and reread a few of the books as well. I know.
I just watched it Wednesday, and we binged it all day.
Isn't it amazing?
It's so good. I loved it. I can't wait to read the books.
I'm just as big a fangirl as anybody, even though, it's a similar genre to what I write and all that sort of thing. It's just, I was just totally lost in it and just thought they did the most amazing job. So, that's kind of been my mind for the last few weeks. I won't lie. I'm a little bit obsessed. Cannot wait for season 2 because I am an Anthony stan completely.
Yeah, huge fan. I know. I was like, yes. I was like, how could this not have a season 2 or 3 or 4, whatever?
Yeah,
absolutely.
There was never any real doubt.
Yeah,
but they got to string us along just to make it
just a little suspense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of romance, I just finished your latest, The $1 Wager. I love this series so much.
Thank
I just started your Castles Ever After, but I love the Girl Meets Duke series. It's so good, and I loved the found family between all the characters and just watching them grow and seeing them not only learn to love themselves but be open to being loved by others. It's such a feel-good series. I really admire it.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear you say that because feel-good is always what I'm striving for, especially this year. A lot of people just need a little dose of something that makes them feel good. So that's where my goal always is, just to kind of make the reader feel like they've had sort of a warm hug and some good laughs.
Yes, definitely.
And a little bit of steaminess.
Yes. And the banter between all the characters, especially as you get further on in the series, it just gets better and better.
That's the most fun part to write.
Oh, I bet.
For sure.
It's great. And you have the 4th book in the series eventually
the
coming
Bride
out,
Bet
right?
got pushed back a little bit because of pandemic and everything else going on. I had some, had to take some time off. So it will be coming out. I'm sorry, I'm going to divert cat bombing. As handsome a boy as he is, I don't think we need to see him right now. So I'm going to, I'm still working on that one. And the release date is not yet firmed up, but we'll let everybody know as soon as it is.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait. I look forward to it so much. And what else are you working on? Any other projects you've got going?
Well, I brought out a very short Christmas, it was like a long short story, not quite a short story, not quite a novella, just a little something right before Christmas as a little gift to readers. And it's still out there, it's still available. So it felt good to kind of get something out last year, even if it wasn't The Bride Bet. And it was a lot of fun to write. It's called When She Was Naughty. Nice. It's the heroine is sort of, she's very free-spirited and comes from a big family. It's very warm and has a lot of good humor and a lot of big parties. And her nemesis is this Earl who has married one of her cousins. His sister married one of her cousins. So or his cousin married one of her brothers. I'm not sure. They are sort of related, but not so related that it's creepy for them to fall in love.
Yeah.
So they've been in social situations for much of the past year, and they are always clashing with each other. And she thinks he's just completely cold and aloof and doesn't like her at all. And she has, of course, mistaken his attentions for romantic obsession, basically. But well, I mean, he's been romantically obsessed with her and she doesn't realize it. But anyway, the story takes place when it's a Christmas Eve ball, and she has talked him in as sort of a practical joke to get him to loosen up. She has told them that it's an ugly waistcoat Christmas ball, sort of like the ugly wet sweater type of Christmas party, and sent him like the world's ugliest, like it's got reindeer prancing and it's got bells and tassels and everything, and convinced him to wear it. So he shows up at this party and he's the only one wearing this ridiculous waistcoat, and it kind of kicks off from there. It's a little bit like the scene in Bridget Jones's Diary where, I don't know, Mark Darcy shows up wearing the reindeer jumper and at the Christmas party. Sort of inspired by that. It was a lot of fun to write.
Speaking of inspiration, where, especially for like your Girl Meets Duke series, you know, they all have their very little, not quirky, but I mean kind of quirky, but just
they're
outside
totally
the norm,
quirky.
you know, hobbies and skills. Where do you find like the inspiration for which characters, you know, like how?
Oh man, I just really love quirky things myself. I am just really interested in a lot of
different
sort of esoteric things, right? I'm just kind of a quirky, nerdy girl myself. So I have tried actually to write heroines at different points in my career. I've tried to write heroines who are sort of self-possessed and the kind of young lady who is at home in any ballroom. And I've always failed miserably at writing those characters because I cannot relate. I have no idea what it's like to be that one.
Yeah.
So I've just given up, and I've written all the nerdy, awkward girls that are, you know, basically me in some respect or another. I mean, I spent my summer studying Latin and taking a class on medieval manuscripts. So, you know, I'm not that different from the ones who have, you know, their little intellectual interests in astronomy or geology or what have you.
Yeah. Well, no, they're very relatable, and I think that's just what adds to your novels really well.
Thank you. It's always nice when somebody relates to them too, because it's like finding somebody else in the same little club.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So what are you looking forward to in this new year?
I'm looking forward to finishing the projects that I had to delay last year. And I'm just looking forward to it not being 2020 anymore. You know, my husband is an ER nurse here in LA. So, you know, he's been really busy and it's been a hard year for him. And especially this last month because of the big surge in LA County. So I am just looking forward to everybody getting vaccinated and hopefully things normalizing and being able to go out and see people again. And I think everybody is looking forward to those things this year.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, thank you to your husband and to you as well. You know, he needs your support and your family support. So that's amazing, truly.
I'll pass that on.
Before I let you go, is there anything else you want to mention? Your newsletter maybe, or where we can find you on social media? Well, I do have a newsletter.
So if anybody wants to, if my website is tessadare.com, pretty easy. So there's newsletter sign up there. I'm also on the usual social media, Facebook, it's Tessa Dare author, one word. Twitter, it's Tessa Dare, one word. And just to be tricky, on Instagram, it is Tessa_Dare because somebody else had taken my name before I got there. So I know, how very dare. So yeah, and I try to stay up on those. So mostly right now it's me tweeting about Anthony Bridgerton. I'm trying to learn Portuguese. You know, awesome. Brazilian fans. I tell you, I have a lot of readers in Brazil because
Okay.
I'm lucky to be published there. And in general, fandom in Brazil is at a whole different level for
Oh,
everything, for
wow.
TV shows, for movies, for music, for books.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just nobody does fandom like the Brazilians.
That's good to
So
know. That's
I have
awesome.
connected with all my Bridgerton fans
Mm-hmm.
on in Brazil, and so trying to learn some Portuguese to be able to talk to
Mm-hmm.
them, or at least
Absolutely.
understand what they're saying.
Yeah, yeah,
So
right.
that's like some of my most latest,
Mm-hmm.
my latest little, quirky interest, I guess. Not that it's
Absolutely.
quirky to learn a language, but it might be quirky to do all of my lessons in relationship to Bridgerton.
Mm-hmm.
I tweet some phrases I've learned every day. It's called Portuguese with the Viscount.
Nice. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, I've been trying to work on my Spanish with the Duolingo app, so I'm getting there.
Yeah, that's what I'm using too. I've
Mm-hmm.
done Spanish on Duolingo, and I used it for Latin, although Latin is not as great for Duolingo. But and now some Portuguese, so
Oh,
it's
very
not
nice.
too different from Spanish. It has a lot of overlap. So
Okay, well, that's good.
yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh. Well, thank
um,
you so much for speaking with me. It was
oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for
mhm,
inviting me, and
absolutely,
hopefully, I can get back out there to La Quinta again. I have a question for you.
absolutely.
What was it like when The Bachelorette filmed there? Was there did
Oh,
anything?
um,
Because I
well,
totally binged so many dating reality shows this
mm-hmm,
year, and definitely watched all the Bachelorette, which was filmed, I know, at La Quinta Resort
mm-hmm,
because they mentioned
yes.
it like every episode multiple times. And did that bleed over into local life at all?
Well, I'm trying to think. When would they have been filming? Because I know, like,
It
they'd
was
usually.
in August, I think, July, August.
Okay.
The most miserable summer, I'm sure.
It's yeah, July and August are always rough. I don't. I mean, we were pretty shut down over here, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
I remember hearing, just gossip about it, and because
Hmm.
the hotel is definitely not that far from the library,
Yeah.
so.
I
But
think there were some fireworks.
yeah, I think so. But otherwise, I didn't really hear too much about the filming or any
Well,
problems or anything.
that's good. I'm glad I didn't overrun
Hmm.
the town and be a big bother.
No, didn't seem like it. At least not here.
Kind of kept to their little bubble.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think now that pretty much everybody who watches any of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette is familiar now with Quinta Resort.
Hmm. Absolutely. I don't usually watch it. My sister likes to watch it, but I did read oh my goodness, what's it called? One to Watch by Kate Stayman London, I believe is her name.
I haven't
And
watched that. I haven't read that one. Sorry.
it's yeah, about a average sized woman who gets put on the show.
Oh,
And it's really good. I think you would like it a lot. It's very fun, updated,
awesome.
and,
I have to
yeah, she
put that
goes
on my
on a
list.
on a bachelorette type show, and it was really good. Like I said, I don't usually watch the show, but I loved the book.
I didn't watch as many dating reality shows until this year, just because I like you need things that are just kind of happy and fun and not so for me it hasn't been a great year for gritty dramas,
Hmm.
true crime, which is what I used to be really into. Like,
Yeah.
give me
Hmm.
people on a date with fireworks and
Yeah, absolutely. And a hot
yeah,
air balloon ride.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hmm.
So I've been enjoying it.
Oh, good. Well, I wish you nothing but the best for this year
Thank
for you and
you.
your family. And
Yes,
like I said, it
well,
was so great to chat with you and catch up. And I look forward to your next books. And yeah, I will see you around.
thank you. I
Hmm.
appreciate it. It's
Yeah,
so nice to talk
absolutely.
to you.
Hmm.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching our BookFest Revisited series. See below for links to the author's social media pages and links to our catalog if you want to request any of their titles. Want to be notified when our newest videos come out? Click or tap on the red subscribe button. Happy reading!